Let me describe something to you. You're maybe 8 years old. You're at the shopping mall with your family. You wander off because you're a dumb kid with ADHD and you're distracted by pretty lights. But then you notice that you're lost. You're over here at the middle of the freaking mall, lost, crying your eyes out, snot just dripping down your nose here all the way to you're licking it. You're licking the snot. And people are trying to avoid the shit out of you because of that nasty, disgusting way you cry, right? And then this guy comes. He seems nice. He says, "Hey, what happened, little boy or girl?" And you're like, "I want my mommy." Because you're terrified. You're alone. You're surrounded by strangers who most of them don't want nothing to do with you. But this guy comes. And then he says, "Let's go find your parents. Let's go find your mommy." He grabs you. He runs towards the exit, but then your mama happens to be near the exit. She sees you. She stops the guy. "Halt!" she says. "Stop right there, criminal. You have my kid. That's my son or daughter. And we were looking all over for you. God, here you go. Here's your kid." Well, did you think I was going to grab him and just walk out with him? No, look at him. It's disgusting. He's eating his own boogers and no, you're a bad mom, is what he said to your mother. And now she's pissed off. She drops you on the floor to get in with this guy, this total stranger, about how dare he criticize our parenting. The bitch wasn't even looking for you. You know what I'm saying? She's like, she's about to leave. It looks like. What the hell she's doing near the exit? Anyway, point being is, there's feelings of emotion and an upset, and there's real feelings that people have, and a lot of people have an experience like this, that they lost in a mall somewhere when they were a kid. And because of how common it is, a group of scientists decided to use this story in an experiment to test the memory of people. Can they trust their memory? And believe it or not, the results are terrifying, to say the least. All right? They told their parents, first off, they gathered a couple of people, strangers, and they told them, "Listen, we have an experiment for you, but we got to get in contact with their family and get some stories together." So they get in contact with their family and they bring in a list of stories, things that actually happened to these people. And they told them, well, this list is all real events that happened in your life. One story being them being lost when they were 7 or 8 in the shopping mall. What they did, each and every one of those, what's the word here? What do you call it? Patients? No, that's not right. Subjects. Each and every one of them told the story as if they remember it like it was yesterday. They embellished it. They gave details that nobody, like the list doesn't even mention. And that's because our memories are built from fragments. They're not really real unless you think it is. That's crazy. That is freaking insane. Matter of fact, I got a couple of things I want to read. What I just described is a real experiment. A real scientist convinced real adults that they had a real childhood memory. And those adults didn't just believe it, they embellished it, added details, described them all, described their own emotions. They were completely certain it was real. And that should disturb you. Of course, it should. Because if a memory that vivid, that personal, that emotional can be completely fabricated, what does that say about every memory you ever trusted? Bro, it says a lot. You know what? It says that you can't really trust your memories. And it also says, and there's a positive to it, that whatever PTSD that you ever experienced because of past events that happened to you, past experiences, you can alter those memories to a positive light. And I'm talking about hell. You know what I'm talking? I'm saying if you're a soldier and you went out there and you experienced your friend just blown to pieces, well, you should, again, this might be a sensitive topic. It is a sensitive topic. But that being said, you're suffering. You're capable of changing that memory to a better light. That's what I'm saying. Because you're suffering. People suffer. They think about these past events and it can't help them move on. They live in the past. People do drugs because of these type of memories. And what this experiment shows is that you are entirely capable of controlling these memories and making them different and experience it different in your own brain, in your own mind. That is what is remarkable about this experiment. It proves to us that memory is reconstructive, it is not reproductive. Every time you remember something, you're not playing back like a file, like a recording. You're rebuilding it from fragments. Your brain is essentially asking, what probably happened here? And filling the gaps with logic, expectation, and emotion. It's like playing a puzzle. It's putting a puzzle together. The brain is weird like that. Imagine trying, for example, me, dealing with working out again, going back to the gym, trying to lose this weight. I go through this cycle almost every decade, I guess, I don't know, where I lose weight for a massive amount of time. Not massive, a few months. Then I get back to eating and doing junk food because our brain tells us it's time to relax, it's time to do it. Our brain is a computer programmed with a relapse thing going on with it. I don't know how to describe this shit. I'm not a scientist. Point being is, we have to figure out cheat code, and it's there. You can have, again, like I said, bad memories can be turned into good ones or ignored entirely. Here's an example. I got a son. His name is Abdul. You've probably seen him if you've seen my other videos, but if you haven't, that's okay. If I decide to just leave him, go to Alaska so I can forget this kid, and if you're wondering how can a parent forget their children, it's crazy. If you meet this child, my son, you would know. And I'm there for 10 years, and I'm purposely trying to forget this kid. Eventually, I will forget how he looks. I will forget his smell or his size, whatever. I'll forget him. I won't forget that I have a son, this feeling that I have a kid. Probably was stuck with me, unfortunately, forever. But I will forget him. I don't think that's a good example at all. I think that's stupid. But you get my point. You get exactly what I'm saying. You come on, we're locking eyes. We know exactly. We're communicating. You get what I'm putting. This is a bad video. I hate myself. I hate this video, and I hate everything about it. I hate the topic, and I hate everything. I looked up on AI. I used AI for this, so blame AI. No, I'm sorry. Don't blame AI. I did it, so blame me, I guess. I love you guys. Peace. Microphone and cheese. But it is real. It is really, not only is it real, it's a very helpful thing to know about this. Because if you're suffering from PTSD, from any bad experience in the past, and it's like an obstacle you can't really break through, then you should read on this and basically absorb it as much as you possibly can while working towards making those memories good ones. Leave a comment down below what you think about this video. I'm actually interested in knowing. And please like this video if you want to. Peace.